There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them. There's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Oregon's offense will go on the attack first. And throw it right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right?
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And the Ducks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field it close to the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Ohio State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Turning it on! He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The give on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain, after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Moore will throw. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ready to fire from the pistol. Now the play fake. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Just keeps slinging it. Catch in the middle. It's Lawson. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the political.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after backs like you see right here.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick catch on third down. Across the 45. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Working that left side. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Green. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Moore will throw. Using the quick game. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll give it to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The kick is on its way. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Moore to the air. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. A strike downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just
breaks into the open. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, this guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're facing a third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. It's complete.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on first and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's West. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up.
Oh, he's got some space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's a heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Didn't move it a millimeter on that last play, and now they'll try it again on 3rd and goal from the 1. Moore will throw. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Motion from the wide receiver. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Making side adjustments here. from the gun. He's going to run it across the 45. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And some room to work. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Give to the single back. That should be the final play of the first half.
Brought down at the 29-yard line. And first down for the offense. Number 96.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He'll throw on third down. Caught over the middle. It's West. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Here comes the heat. The throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
They'll run it. Oh, what a move. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
691, Gators score.
Off the play fake. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's good enough for
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Safe completion on the screen. Got enough space, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
The snap sets up to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Moore to the air. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, its sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Takes a handoff. It's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Ducks will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Shotgun snap on third down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride at the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Timeout, Oregon.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. Scrambling away. It's a fumble on the play. Scoops it up, still a live ball. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This drive will open from the 15. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Moore will throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Lawson. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Pulls and fires complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll try to run for it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Ducks line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Rasmussen. Got his man in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Flips it out on the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
tackle is made.
And it's aggressive, right? You're in your own territory, going for it on fourth down, and it can be scary to think about if you don't get it. You set them up with good field position. But I like trusting your offense, knowing you can go out there and get the first down.
Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Moore to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown Ducks! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Handoff from the gun. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Looking for a man. It's Rasmussen. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here?
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
4th and goal now in the fourth quarter, down a couple scores. This ball needs to go to your best player on offense. Who's your best playmaker, be it a receiver, tight end, running back, that can win in space and get you this touchdown?
Down big. Might as well. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. He might want another play. He'll set up to throw. Rushes on him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal when you have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You could tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble, gets the stop on 4th down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They get to him as he throws. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Got a little space. Makes it past the marker. There he goes to the right. He's at the touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Rasmussen. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
Fires one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.